Okay. Yes. You have a headache, dizziness, nausea, similar symptoms of motion sickness, or if you feel discomfort or pain after you spend $300 and get nothing, please stop playing the game immediately. I'll have to sneeze 1 second. Good lord, that was strong. I'll put on the camera. See how orange that looks. It looks pretty good. Pretty decent orange. My dog sensed. He sensed that the camera came on. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Good boy. So are there a bunch of just different characters in Genshin, or is it kind of like the same character that's got different levels? There are a bunch of different characters. So, basically, yeah, you're spending money. You get 4 characters for free, and they give you some currency to do like a few pulls. Ooh. Cool. They give you some currency to do pulls, such as that case, the 240 Primo Gems. And then you pull on like banners and stuff, just like a mobile game, because it basically is a mobile game that was ported over, or maybe a console game that was ported over to consoles. And they all have different abilities and skills and stuff and items that they can use. Every 10 times you draw, you're guaranteed to get a 4-star of something. It could be a weapon or a character. And every 90 times you draw, you're guaranteed to get a 5-star something, either weapon or character. So yeah. There's such a thing. Yeah, 5 stars is the max. And then to make it even worse, to fully upgrade your character, you have to pull them 7 times to level up their constellation. So every time you draw a duplicate of the character, you get to unlock one of the constellations. So you need to draw them the first time, which gives you 0. Like, I pulled 2 of her, so I have the first one, first star of the constellation. You have to pull 7 more times. So technically it's like a 5-star character with a maxed out 6-star constellation. To like fully max the character out without like leveling them up or increasing their talents or ascending them, which increases the level cap. But luckily, I mean, still drawing like drawing one is enough to play. I mean, it's not gonna break them, it just makes them even more broken, basically. The multiplayer is kind of lacking, actually. The levels are really quick. I mean, you can co-op, like join in somebody's map and stuff and play around on their map. And then there was like an event last week where like 4 people, you had a team of like 4 people, and you were killing enemies to build up a multiplier of energy. But the thing that sucks like the most is that they have like what's called resin, which is that top right corner with the 120. That's like your energy cap. So you get 1 resin every 8 minutes of like real time, and then in order to collect rewards from a boss fight or a dungeon, you have to spend resin. So that way you can't just sit there and farm it like 24/7 and, you know, max out your character within a day if you really tried hard. So once you get to a certain point of the game, you basically are just logging in to do your dailies, like these daily quests that I'm doing right now, and spending like 150 resin. And then after that, you're pretty much done for the day. Just like most mobile games have that kind of like energy cap. But unfortunately, that takes about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how fast you are.
Incoming! Head to the tape!
Give me a second, just speaking of mobile games, playing a mobile game. I have to do my daily fights. Oh yeah. I think it would probably even be more fun using the default characters. I feel like you would have more to do. Where, you know, if you spent money, you kind of get strong faster. So it makes the grind easier. Yeah. The unfortunate part is I get really into the gacha aspect of these games, but I'm trying to get better. Monster Hunter, yeah, I played a bit of it. I don't remember what rank I got to, but I haven't played the newest one, like the newest Iceborne update. But I played quite a bit of the game when it first came out. I like it a lot. It kind of has that aspect to it, like if you feel like you want to upgrade your equipment to the max, you know, so you have to grind out the bosses and get lucky on the drops and things like that. But instead of just being able to run it over and over and over and over and over again, you can only run it like once a week. It sucks, but they're also releasing like more part of the map. Oh, my phone died. Motherfuck. the I don't even know where I was getting what I was getting at. But I mean, you have to go and gather materials to do. Oh, they were unlocking more of the map as it goes. So like the next update that comes out, I think next month, it's gonna add a whole another region to the game, and like more story and more quests and stuff. And I think they're gonna be adding like I think the plan is like 5 more regions. So I feel like as soon as I get done with at the rate that I'm playing now, they're just gonna add more stuff. So I've been taking it kind of easy on it after I got to the point where I am now. But granted, this point took me like 30, 40 hours maybe. So there's quite a bit to do. I don't know why I'm bothering with all these enemies. Yeah, I hope that they do release it on the Switch eventually. Well, they will eventually, but I'm hoping that they'll do it sooner rather than later. And if it doesn't allow you to cross-play with that account, then what I'll end up doing is maybe just doing a free-to-play account on the Switch. But I don't know, I think like I've spent enough money in the game to where like it's alright. Like I probably won't spend any more, especially since I'm getting like the PlayStation 5 and all that shit. Like I'd rather just buy full games as opposed to spending the cost of one game to maybe unlock a character. Because I think theoretically to guarantee that you will get a character, you have to spend probably around 12,000 gems, I think, is the guarantee to get a 5-star. But then, and even then, like, let's say you spend all that money, the first pull doesn't have to be the banner character, it's a 50% chance that it will. So then, if you don't get the character that you wanted on the banner, you have to do another 90 pulls, and that will be a 100% chance to be that character. So, like, I'm not trying to spend literally like $250 to guarantee that I get any more characters. Like, it's just not worth it. Which is crazy. Like, some people have spent $15,000 on the game. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I just couldn't even imagine dropping 15,000. Like, a guy was comparing the accounts of a guy that spent $15 compared to about $15,000, and like there was a huge difference, but like it just blows my mind. Like I don't know, like how you can drop 15K on anything. Like, even if you had the money, like, there's a chance that this game could just turn off, like, any minute. Like, the company goes bankrupt for some reason. And they just spent $15,000 and lost it. I don't know. I mean, granted, this game's probably not going anywhere. For at least a year.
Nowhere to hide.
But still.
Booba, get them.
Like, I can't even fathom how much playtime you would have to put into it to get satisfaction out of spending $15,000.
Out of the frying pan, into the Don't blink.
Like, even if it was the only game that you played ever for like 5 years. Like, imagine how many games you could have bought with $15,000 and like experience. I mean, unless you're like an oil baron or something, and money literally has lost all meaning in your life. It's so bad when I spend $5 on Starbucks. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess that is kind of like the thing. Like, those people probably make $100,000–200,000 a year, maybe even more. Like, I would like to know how much that person makes, or maybe they're on some kind of like, I take care of my grandmother and she gets her social security check, and because I take care of her, she gives it to me kind of situation, where you're spending $15K of somebody else's money, and it's like, it's only a year of, you know, paying for everything for myself, but like, I just couldn't think of it. But I highly feel like it's more of a gambling addiction, as opposed to someone consciously saying, oh, I have no problem spending $15,000 on the game. It's somebody that was like, I can drop 1,000 on it, no problem, like 1,000, whatever. You know, it's like that. And then they drop the $1,000 and don't get Diluc, or they don't get Jean, or they don't get whatever 5-star character they were going for, and they're like, well, I've already put $1,000 into it. Is really another $1,000 that big of a deal? And then it's just this vicious cycle that'll go on forever. I mean, that's how I kind of get into it. Like, but my spending habits are nowhere near like that. Like, even though I could afford, you know, not 15,000, shit, fuck that. I couldn't afford that. I wouldn't even think of spending that kind of money. But, and I bet, you know, they're putting it all on a credit card too. They're like, well, I could pay that 15,000 off in like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Or you could just pull a DSP and file for bankruptcy when you spend 50K on a mobile game. No big deal, right? When you got a car and a house already, what does it matter? One of my old bosses was like that. He played one of those mobile clan battle, whatever types games. Every week you just ask Apple for a refund and they just give him his money back, and you keep all the in-game stuff. Blew my mind. Yeah. Yep. I spent money. I've only done that twice, where I requested a refund. And That was with Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. Which, do not get into that. Like, I can't stress enough how people need to stay away from that game. Because it's just predatory. And I requested all my money back from that. Got about 80% of it back before I was banned from the game, and it was only a 6-month ban. So like I could play it now and keep all the stuff that I got, you know, but I would never get back into it. But the other one was, oh well, I should explain why I asked for a refund on Raid Shadow Legends. So it came out that they were giving free legendary characters to content creators, which, like, I can understand from their perspective, but you should never do that. Like, you can't just give your free best characters out to content creators to help promote your game, because like it impacts everybody on those types of games. For instance, like, they're playing PvP and they're getting, you know, constant residual returns for free, and it's like that player is destroying that bracket of players for like no other reason than the fact that they make a YouTube video for it. And a lot of the content creators, when they were called out on it, totally agreed. They were like, so they sharded like their characters and stuff, but it was bad. Like, one guy who spent $10,000 trying to get one character and he didn't get it, or I don't know if it was 10,000, but it was several $1,000s that he had spent on his account, at least $10,000, and he didn't get the character, and so he was gonna quit the game, and they ended up giving him the character for free as like a pity. Well, like, what about every other person that spent thousands or hundreds, even hundreds of dollars at that point? You know, that's literally someone's making that decision in hopes that they get like a 0.01% chance to get that character. And just because this dude makes YouTube videos and whined about it, you're gonna give it to him for free to save face and not have him leave your game. This is just like not fair. Regardless of how much somebody spends on it, like, everybody should have got it at that point. So, and then they try to double back on it. Oh, it wasn't because he was complaining, it was because he did this like special thing in the game. And I was like, that's not how it works. Like, you don't just do that. So a lot of people did it, where they were like asking for refunds and getting their money back. They review bombed the game like 1 star, whole bunch of shit. It's called like Draco Gate or something like that. So that's why I did that. And then the other time was the Call of Duty mobile game. They had a Halloween event where you paid to like roll, like spin the wheel, and the percentages said 50% chance to get blah blah blah, 25% chance to get blah blah blah, 10% chance to get blah blah blah. And everybody like drew on the event trying to get like the special skin for the gun, which was like the max reward. And when people were uploading it online, people were comparing their draws, and it turned out like like the pattern was almost like 100% match with everybody. It would always be like the last 2 draws where you would get the skin. Like, nobody would get it beforehand, and it would always give like the blues, and then like it'll tease with 1 purple, and then it'll go all blues again. It was really shitty, and I got all my money back on that from that time, and I just quit the game. I didn't even get banned. I just quit because I was like, if they're gonna do that, they're just gonna do it on everything. But totally agree. I miss the golden age of online games before they figured out microtransactions. Yeah, fuck. Like, Microtransactions, they're the worst. Like, it's okay if it's cosmetic. Like, I get it. You gotta make your money, the extra money somehow, after the game's released. But, like, just game-changing, like, especially competitive games, like pay-to-win shit, just is the worst. And I feel like a lot of the games, like a lot of developers are moving away from that, except mobile games. Like mobile games, that's their bread and butter. And they make millions of dollars doing it. I don't know why I switched to Kaching to do this. So used to that combo. What game was that with the horse armor? Like the first DLC. Oblivion? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, it was in Elder Scrolls, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, after the last game that I played, I'm not spending any more money on mobile games. Like, and after, like, I keep saying it, but, like, you know, these gacha games, they just, I cannot. At the end of the day, there's just no point. Like, I don't know why. Like, I get it stuck in my mind. Like, a couple $100 is okay on a game. Like, to be real. And like every time, I always have buyer's remorse. Always. Like 60 bucks is okay. That's the max I would ever spend again on a gacha game, because like you pay 60 bucks to play. Oh, there it is. To play like any other game, right? For 30 bucks or 40 bucks, whatever the cost of the budget game is. But like 60 is like the typical value of a game. So I really don't mind like dropping. I should have stopped at 60 on this game. That's where I feel like I should have stopped. But it happens. But I think I'm just gonna play, like if I do play the game that has gacha elements, like just free to play it, like no matter what it is. Unless you can get, you know, like a guarantee. It would have to be guaranteed that you would get it after such and such money value. But even then, it's like, why? Why do it? Worst mistake is getting a credit card. Especially for people that play gacha games. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing, like, I have the means to do it, and so, like, it's always like, well, you know, it's not a huge deal to spend, you know, such and such amount on such and such game. But it's like, do you ever, at the end of the day, feel like that was justified? Like, sure, if you got it off of $5, who cares? But like, you know, you're spending, let's say, $200 and still don't get it. Like, it's like ultra yikes.
Got lucky that time.
What the hell is Johnny Cupcakes? I've never even heard of that.
Speed up. Yeah, cut to the chase.
Sounds awesome. Johnny Cupcakes. My name's Johnny. Johnny Cupcakes. Clothing brand from Boston. They make shirts I wear on stream. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay. Clothing is completely different. Like, that's something that you could technically wear your entire life. Granted, you don't gain like you know, a lot of weight or lose a lot of weight. You know, but if you keep it like in good condition, you could wear it forever. I mean, so, but I think the thing that gets me about digital, like digital anything, is the fact that one day you will lose it. Like, this game will shut off, and the money that I've put into it, and anybody has put into it, is going to disappear. 100%, it will disappear. It may be 1 year, it may be 5 years, but the money will go away. And it's like, how many things are like that that aren't necessary to your survival? I mean, like, yeah, food. You spend money on food, it goes away. Whatever, but you need it to live. Clothes, you do need clothes, but, you know, yeah, you might not need to spend as much money and buy like 20 shirts, but like, who cares? You still have it at the end of the day, you know? And if you keep good condition, good use of it, like, it can last you literally forever. Genshin Impact is going to be max like 2 years, 5 years, and then it'll go away. And who knows? I don't even know if they've made plans to put this on PS5. Like, what if this is PS4 only? They won't make it compatible with PlayStation 5. I highly doubt that that's the case. That would be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I didn't do any research to make sure that that is the case. And how stupid would I feel? Like, hey, next month I have the PlayStation 5 and I still have to have this PS4 plugged in to be able to play this game. They make it illegal to sell, or not illegal, but against the term of service to sell this account, so I can't sell it without the fear of it, you know, turning off for the person that I sell it to. And, you know, there's like, what are the risks involved with trying to get any money out of this? There's tons. That's why you can't really do it. But I mean, you can, but I don't know. And then I would have to give up my entire PSN, I'm pretty sure, to sell this game if I wanted to, which I would never do, but you know, that's insane. And I feel like that's why all these mobile games, like, yeah, link it up to your Google account, link it up to your Facebook account. It's for security reasons. No. The reason for it is so you are locked into that thing with your Facebook and your Google account. You're not gonna want to sell your Google account to sell the game that you spent $3,000 on. Is your Google account worth $3,000 to somebody? Are you willing to give that up for $3,000?
A new job.
I'll be fine when the sword comes down.
Agile before. Spin kicks like John Claude. Alright, alright.
Don't blink.
He's kicking one of these with his fucking legs. Yeah, but can you move like me? No, you got him. Definitely, anytime I can get something physically, I try to, especially with games I never understood why someone like DSP goes all digital. Like, you could get half the money back. 100% agree. Like, the only time that I'll buy digital is if the game is digital only, or the sale is huge. Like, you know, it costs so much less than what the physical edition costs for whatever reason, and then sure, I'll buy digital. But I mean, as you can see behind me, like Blu-rays, well, those are all physical collectibles and stuff.
Got lucky that
But up here are like PS4 games and Switch games, like everything physical. Now I'm gonna get robbed. But yeah, I couldn't imagine buying all digital. I'll take a digital copy. They want to provide a free digital copy, which I feel like they should on every physical edition that you get. You get a digital copy. And then like every, you know, week or something, it requires you to put in the disc in order to play it. Focus on 3DS games. Yep, I have a bunch of 3DS games myself. And I buy collector's editions. Like, God, why do I buy collector's editions? I think I have like 2 Cyberpunk 2077 collector's editions coming in. Like, why did I buy 2? I have no idea. I don't even remember buying 2. But it's there, and it's coming. I don't want to cancel it. Yeah, it's both PS4. Man, I'll probably just end up selling it. I can't even believe I bought 2. $50 more resin. Let's just do these ley lines.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I think I could make money off of it, but like, there's nothing more than I hate than scalpers. Especially someone that like doubles the price of something just because they can. Like, I'd much rather give it to a friend for what I paid for it than try to make, you know, a couple $100. Yeah, I used to work for GameStop as well. This dude, oh my god, let me tell you about this fucking asshole. When I worked at GameStop, guy bought, he reserved, I want to say it was like 11 Call of Duty Black Ops Xbox 360s. He wanted to reserve 11 of them, so that way he could resell the Xboxes. And it's like, there is no way I want to let this dude reserve 11 Xboxes. So I called up the district manager. I'm like, look, this guy wants to reserve 11 Xboxes. He's like, do it. Didn't even hesitate, do it. Alright. You know he's gonna return these Xboxes, right? Just do it. You know, he'll keep them. Yeah, right. 29 days later, after the Xbox came out, dude comes back in with 10 of the 11 Xboxes that he pre-ordered. Or that he did buy them all, but he came back with every single one of them except the one that he bought for himself. Because nobody gave a shit. He thought it was gonna be like, so many people are gonna want to buy this. Nobody cared. So, call back the manager, the district manager again, because you can't give like $2,000. Like, I forget what the cash limit was on a return back, or any type of return over a certain amount has to be from a GameStop corporate check. That you cannot do a return for, I think it was like $1,500 or $2,000 without doing a corporate check. So I call back the district manager. This dude that I told you about, he came back with all 11 Xboxes. Wants to return them all. District manager had a conniption fit. What do you mean? Who told him that you could sell him 11 Xboxes? You did. I had the conversation, I wrote it down in the notepad when we had it. This was your doing. And he shut up real quick. It's like, fine, but you need to open up every single Xbox, verify that all the pieces are there, and that the serial numbers match the serial number on the box. I knew the dude did not open these. He wasn't that bright to like go in and try to like steal controllers out and put bad ones in. You know, he wasn't thinking that. He was just trying to make a quick buck. So I opened up 11 Xboxes, broke the seal on 11 Xboxes to verify that they were there, and then I had to turn around, tape them back up, and sell them as new, even though I technically opened them, because the district manager was an idiot for that thing. I mean, he's a super nice guy, but like, that was just the dumbest thing I've ever had to do in my life. All for fucking percentages. Reserve percentage and GameStop Power Rewards percentage. All that shit mattered over being smart. Yeah, imagine being that customer that ended up picking it up. Those Xboxes, by the way, sat forever in the back. We ended up having to send most of them out, so then we're paying like shipping to ship those to other stores so they could sell them, because stores would call up out of state, hey, it shows that you got like a Call of Duty Xbox. Is that true? Like, yes, it's true. Can you ship that to California? Sure, here it is. So it's like company lost money on it, for sure. But whatever. Why GameStop's in the position that it's in now. Ugh. Yeah, GameStop. That was the worst. But made a lot of cool friends working there. And it was an experience. Something to put on the resume. Still think it's even a part of my fucking IMDb bio. Because it was on my Facebook. And then the guy who wrote it, although he's a GameStop store manager, which it was not even the case, I was an assistant manager. And like, I can't even fucking delete that shit. There for all time. I've been working at GameStop for shit 10 years, maybe more. I need to find someone that's verified, like, to make those changes on IMDb to write me a new bio or some shit, just to get that off of there. I don't care if it's blank. Shit will go out of business. Although he's a GameStop manager. Like, what does that even mean? Although he's a GameStop manager. You can never leave. Let me pull this up. Michael Merchant is an American actor who was born in Pocosin, Virginia. Though he is owner of Night Force Video, which I was not owner,
I'm all for
I was
work-life balance, but I think
and
this
is a
is
game
pushing
consultant for GameStop. At the time, I was an assistant store manager for GameStop when that was written. I thought it said manager. Nope, it's a game. Although he is a game consultant for GameStop. He is best known for playing roles in Night of Something Strange, She Kills, Empire State of the Dead, and Amityville Death House. Yup. Yeah, I was demoted. The best thing I ever did at GameStop was put in for 2 weeks of PTO. Got it approved, and then put in my 2 weeks notice. Like, have fun running the store. I won't be here when it's over.
Don't blink.
I feel so bad for people that have to work there. Oh. If anybody wants to work at GameStop, you should just do a game advisor and stay at that. Don't ask to get a promotion, work part-time just to get a discount. That is it. Just do some wishing. Let's turn this down. My sleepy time tea is kicking in. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Alright, dude. Enjoy your sleepy time tea. Just gonna do these last two pulls. To you. Shit will come to you. Nothing. Just 3-star shit. Fuck you, Pinocchio. Yeah. Mequam. Actually, not a bad 3-star. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be leaving here in a second myself. Maybe do some work. I don't think I can buy anything else. How many more days? 10 days. Yikes. Yep. So that is it. Yep. I am waiting for the weekend. Although I dread Fridays because I have a meeting, like meetings on Fridays where I have to report what's going on in my life, and it just sucks. Every Friday is just like you get that like hit in your stomach. God, I don't have that conversation right now. Like, nothing's changed, man. Nobody's buying anything right now. It's COVID. Nobody cares. Still, oh, maybe I can do one more. How many is that? Oh, 23 short. So tomorrow I'll have enough to do another one. Alright, take care. Have a good night. I am done. When you wish upon a star.